for YouTube video purposes, welcome to Highside League post-season show, I guess. I am your reigning rookie, the Dud, and I will be conducting interviews today. So, started off, we're going to talk to Dirt Oval GBX3.
Hold the bottom.
How you doing?
Still a car out there.
How's it going, Dirt?
Yeah,
What a season, right?
pretty good. Yeah, I mean, the season, for me, it started out pretty rough. I was having some connection issues throughout the first weekend there when we were doing our first 3 races. And actually, one of the connection issues led to my first and only DNF in our league history.
Yep.
I kind of picked it back up in mid-season with some solid top 3 finishes. Made it into the chase with a win at Watkins Glen. Came shy of the Final 4, but you know, overall, pretty solid season towards the end. The competition was a lot tighter this year with some new entries, including yourself. It was really anybody's game for most of the races. It was just extremely tight.
And that is true. You had internet issues throughout the beginning of our season early on, but they seem to have gotten better. Do you foresee any internet problems in the future?
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much came down to my Wi-Fi extender being screwed up. I pretty much just had to do a hard reset on that, and it was good, but I don't think I should have any issues in the future.
Now, talking about your domination at Watkins Glen, let's talk about that. You got any secrets you're willing to share with us, or
Yeah, when it comes to
made you
Watkins
just
Glen,
unstoppable?
when it comes to Watkins Glen, it really just comes down to knowing your braking points and knowing how to race close to other cars without just annihilating yourself or the other opponents. That's pretty much what it boils down to. Alonso led most of that race. He was really fast. I kept making a few minor bobbles every time I'd get near him. But on the last lap there, he made that mistake at going into turn 1, and I got to the inside of him, took advantage. I short shifted through the S's, and unfortunately Alonso wrecked out through the S's due to some lag-related issues, and B. Hicks was right behind to finish second. But that was a pretty good race.
Yeah, but
and
I believe there's something along the lines of Kyle Busch going on there.
yeah, it was very reminiscent of Kyle Busch's incident.
All right. Well, what do you think about the playoffs and a little bit more of an in-depth analysis of your performance there?
I mean, kind of inconsistent in the playoffs. I had a few races where I felt like I could win. There were a few races where I knew I had nothing. I mean, Kansas, after I got screwed by my pit crew, I knew that was pretty much down the toilet. And then Atlanta, I was pretty competitive. But like B. Hicks was saying, it really boiled down a lot to drafting, and it kind of played out like a plate track. So it was really anybody's game at that point, and it's just kind of a mixture of bad luck on my end and not being quite as aggressive as I should have been, probably, looking in hindsight. But I came just short of the Final 4. I mean, B. Hicks and I were battling for that last spot, and I think at the end of the day, I think I missed out on the Final 4 by 1 point or 2 points, so it was definitely close. But just inconsistent.
Go high, go high.
Now,
Steady.
going into
Inside.
or looking back on the season, is there, you got anybody you're not happy with? Anybody you're really happy with?
No, I mean,
peoples?
for the most part, everybody kept it clean when we got together. I mean, if it was somebody's fault in particular, if it wasn't just like a racing deal, usually everybody kind of admitted fault, and I don't really have a problem with anybody. I'm really impressed with Alonso. I mean, he had the same bad start that I had. We both had a terrible start of the season, and he was able to pick up the pieces a lot better than I was, and clinched himself into the chase with, I think, 2 or 3 wins towards the end of the season. And then throughout the chase races, he was pretty much dominant, finishing second, I believe, in almost every single chase race before the Final 4. So congrats to him. That was really impressive.
Now, is there anything going into the next season? Is there anything you're looking forward to? Anybody you got your eye on?
No,
Anybody
no,
that should
I
be
mean,
looking out for you?
mentality's pretty much going to be the same. Just going to try to do as good as I can. I feel like Alonso's getting faster, so I'm going to have to definitely step my game up if I want to continue to be a top 3 car, because him and B Hicks are just kind of taking off at this point. And they definitely have a lot of the tracks that we go to down pat. They spend a lot of time practicing at them, and I just kind of, a lot of times I'm winging it. So yeah, just gonna maybe spend a little bit more time practicing the tracks we go to on our schedule when we get that finalized, and go from there.
But definitely solid stuff there. And definitely good answers. Thank you. This has been Dirt Oval, and we're hoping to see more of him next season. Thank you for sharing.
Alright, let me go ahead and save that before you get into anybody else's. I'm in 5th anyway, so I'm just gonna pull over.
I was gonna say, I thought we were just gonna do like